Let's take a look at two more examples of using transformations to graph logarithmic functions. And again, we're going to have our basic function f of x equals log 3 to the x. So we've graphed this before. Let's graph it again. So we have the point 1, 0, we have the point 3, 1, and we have the point 9, 2. And connecting these, there is our function. And let me label these. So we have 9, 2, and we have 3, 1, and we have 1, 0. So there are, and I'll do that. So there are 3 points identified on our basic function. So now, I'll start with this f of x. We're looking at a reflection. So because there's a subtraction, a negative sign in front. So what that says is all of our y values are going to have their sign changed. So here, at this point, 1, 0, y is 0. So 0 is neither positive or negative, so it doesn't accomplish anything. So I'll make another dot there for that point. Second point here, 3, 1, y is 1. We flip the sign of the y, so now it's negative 1. So we have the point 3, negative 1. And this point here, 9, 2, y is 2. We flip the sign, it becomes 9, negative 2. And when we connect the dots, our graph of the function looks something like this. So f of x, let me label this, is equal to negative log 3x. So you can see that we have flipped this, we have rotated this over the x-axis. We went like this and we flipped it over the x-axis. Just to point out, we had that point that we used in the early example where x is 1/3. I didn't deal with that because the fractions, I know how much you hate them, and so we just dealt with these nice integer points here. You are welcome. Next reflection. We have again a negative sign. We know it's a reflection, and this time it's inside the parentheses. So that says every x value gets its sign changed. So this point here, again, we're going back to the original function, f of x is log base 3x. So this 1, 0 becomes negative 1, 0. 3, 1 becomes negative 3, 1. And 9, 2, the 9 positive becomes negative. We have negative 9, 2. So connecting these dots, so here is g of x is equal to log base 3 negative x. Looking at this graph, we can see that this represents a reflection about the y-axis. We took our original log function and we flipped it over the y-axis. Okay, let's take a look here. We had at the asymptotes, the vertical asymptote. Here is I'll abbreviate it, vertical asymptote is x equals 0. And with these reflections, we can see the vertical asymptote has not been effective. We reflected the function over the x-axis and then over the y-axis, but we didn't have any shifts to move it away from our vertical asymptote. So that still stands, x equals 0.